Just a clip of Nintendo's VS Hogan's Alley. Here's a machine you don't see all the time. A lot of these are probably gone, and many of them were other VS titles from Nintendo, but this one is a light gun title. And you can see the gun there. And actually the control panel looks like this on all the ones that I see on the internet. We have a joystick AB, and then BA over here. I'm sorry, BA. But no joystick here. We just have the light gun. And really, the only thing that's ever going to be used here is player 1 start, player 2 start, or the light gun. Nothing else, but it was absolutely ready to be converted to any other VS game. And so the model number MGS is a Nintendo VS prefix, upright, United States. And this one has a serial number. It looks like a 16350 PAK, whatever that means. I'm going to power on the game down here. Monitor has been capped. That was capped by my son, who does a great job. And the audio circuit, which is just right there off the chassis circuit board. And you can hear it jamming. It's got a good marquee, marquee, and no bezel. Nice color, plenty of brightness, and there is a little bit of screen burn from the background there from Donkey Kong Jr. So I'm going to open up the coin door, and if you're watching this, you're probably an arcade nut, but if you're not, the cool thing about this, to me, I love Nintendo cabinets because they have real craftsmanship here in the little plywood built coin box. I think it's so snazzy. Very cool. Somebody had to build this. It wasn't just molded in plastic. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and kick a credit here. Here's a credit a coin switch. There's one. I'll click this one over here to show that it works. And we do have a coin counter that I don't think works. Let's see. Yeah, I did not increment the number. So either disconnected or just broken. But let's show how the game works. We'll hit player 1. No, it says aim and fire. So none of the buttons actually work. You have to show the light gun works. We'll do player 1 game. A little bit different than the NES game. Bad guy. So whenever you have there is a marquee here, but I mean there was one originally, but it can't find one that has any artwork specific to VS Hogan's Alley. Another thing about this game is the plexi in between was not a smoke plexi. It was actually a clear one because it's a light gun game. So we have to have a clear one. And it's easier for me because I'm not sticking, I mean I can get my gun all the way in here, but I got a new piece of plexi to put in this area, of which, oh, I missed him. Dang it. But anyway, that's how the game goes. Bad guys come in, you can't shoot the good guys. Let me see if I shoot a good guy. There's a bad guy. There's a lady. If you shoot the lady, you're in trouble. So I got one more guy, I guess you would say. One more man. Let's see if I can get through that. Bad guy, bad guy. You get a bonus round here in just a second. And there's kind of a neat cutscene at round 20 if you make it there. That's the professor. I can't hit him. Here's round 7. Yeah, that's my score right there. 122,800. Bad guy, bad guy. It's kind of strange me shooting video here and trying to do this, because I'm not aiming quite right. The gun's pretty accurate. It works great. And from quite a good distance, too. Let me see if I can get a good distance here. Yeah, let me go back as far as it can go. As far as the gun can go. Bad guy. Yeah, it works good. So, no problem with this gun. I cleaned it. Cleaned it out really good. You shouldn't point the gun at people, but it's not real. So, it's okay. Bad guys. I think round 10 is where we get the bonus round. So I'll knock a couple of these guys off here, not the professor. So I think right after this one we'll get a little bonus round, which is fun. It's a little tough. Oh, I couldn't help it. Didn't mean to, dude. But that's it for the game. Now, the deal is, I'm going to take the dust off of this business here. Put some initials in there. You move this back and forth by shooting left or right. So I am E-A, let's do E-A-T. Eat. That's who I am. That's not who I normally am. I just put it in there for fun. Actually, I said that was my high score, and you see that it's not me. My score was a little bit over that whenever I played earlier today, so it does not retain high score settings. Anyway, what's left? Well, I need to dust this cardboard off. It's just black cardboard, and I really have nothing else to put in here. What we need is a black bezel for a CRT. The CRT is good. It's not an LCD. It's a legit CRT. And probably because it has to be for the light gun. Now, I'm not saying for sure, but I'm going to lay on the idea that an LCD will never work in here, so we want to keep it CRT. So I've got to put, really all I'm going to do now is put a piece of plexi in here, and I think I'm going to cover this with some black material that I have, and that's it. Then I'm going to put it up for sale. But I did want to show that it works just fine. I put in the marquee area, I put an LED strip here. It runs off of a 12-volt supply, DC supply, and that's inside the cabinet where there's an outlet, and the outlet runs the 120 volts AC up here for the CRT. So it didn't have one at all. It looked like it had never had any kind of fluorescent fixture here, which was weird. But there's a couple of holes drilled into the wood where it looks like the fixture would mount on a piece of plywood that's back there. So I just cleaned it off and rubbed some rubbing alcohol on there and put a light strip and a 12-volt adapter, and now it's lit up. So it looks good. Looks like it should. But anyway, what would you do to make this game perfect? They do make a vinyl bezel here that looks pretty cool. It's made for the game Hogan's Alley, and so you could get that and then get a proper piece here, the surround to go around the CRT. I think you could do an overlay, but these are all generic VS overlays, so I would want to make a custom one for Hogan's Alley. That's just what I would do. The cabinet's got some years of wear on it, but it's not terrible. It's strong, as most of these plywood cabinets are. They held up pretty good over the years, but there's no side art, and I don't think there's any side art available because I checked into it. I didn't see anything that was cool other than just generic Nintendo VS side art, which I threw away some not so good VS side art, thinking I would never own one of these. But yet I've had this one here for over a year. Anyway, that's it.